Hey, welcome back. So soon again. Well, new stuff is always coming out, and I like to learn just like you all. But what do we got? Well, so last setup we were messing around with Profile Unity. We have a brand new server, got a batch of licenses to last us a while. Wasted a lot of time doing simple module, but we learned a lot along the way. But we're going to move on to a new endpoint. Leave that setup alone. We're going to start messing with Microsoft again. So let's get this set up. Forgot I changed my password. So I downloaded a lot of cool stuff from Citrix. Oh yeah, SPA, NetScaler zip. Yeah, see that? I want to look into that. Got our ADM, even though they still call it MAS. No worries there. So what happens when you change the name every 2 weeks? Then we got our VPX for our NetScaler appliance. And what did we grab from Microsoft? FSLogix. So, yep. So we keep going back to these profile solutions. I've never showed FSLogix, have used it, but kind of crapped it on the past with support. Again, support is there, but you have to be up to date. If you're not up to date, you don't get any help from the vendor, Microsoft. So unless that's changed, but I don't think it has. If you're not up to date, you put in a support ticket, there's something wrong. Hey, they're going to tell you to update. But anyhow, let's look at what they have to offer. Can't exclude them because of that. It's free, so why not? Citrix, you do have to be licensed to use it. So looking at a free solution if you don't have licensing or other products to use for this. So let's look at it. Well, I need to break up some of this. Here we can do most of our work over here. All right, so we got endpoints, and I don't think we're using that anymore, so we can delete. Access denied. What? Oh. Guess I have to do it up here. Delete. Alright, and we're going to call this one endpoints that use pro. Well, kind of defeats the purpose. Pro U. And we'll just do a new one. Call it endpoints. Refresh. There we go. Good enough. Alright, we can refresh this. Got Flex app. Click to layer. Let's remove this one. Clean it up. Flex app. Flex app packaging console. That's kind of what that was intended for. Alright, I think we're good to go. And then we got our servers that have no policy applied. Good. Alright, so I need to get logged in. Continue to use 111. Alright, what do we need to do? Need to go to control panel. Is that available in here? Event viewer. Nope. Alright. Control panel. Need to get this on the domain. Network. Properties and install the latest. Can I copy and paste into this thing? Ooh, ping domain. That's what I need. Close. About. Alright. This one's in point 2. Domain. AUC learn along.local. While that's going, we'll be alright. UC learn along. Citrix admin. Okay, close, restart later. Control panel again. Just need to turn off the firewall. Great. Restart. Computers. Move endpoints. All right. Since we're cleaning up management, let's go ahead and fix this admin account. I don't like how the password changed on me. Did I click on the right thing? Well, actions, view, advanced features, add or remove snap-in. Well, while that's going, we're back up. All right. Citrix admin. We're logging in. Let it do its thing. And we need to get back our MMC. User, admin, desktop. Yes. File, add snap-in, computer management, and local users and groups. This is making all this snap I can't be using on the main. Oh my god. Should have read the whole message. Alright. Alright, so what are we doing? FSLogix. Users, administrator, properties, security, password never expires. That's what we want. Users cannot change password. An account. Alright. And password should be good. Right? Right. Reading, again, essential. Alright. Cancel. So we're going to need you here in a second. And we need to go to our box and get that installed. Alright, let's prompt for some credentials. That way we can knock this out. Box administrator. Did some cleanup. Did some things I've been meaning to do. Oops. Not doing Citrix yet. Let's focus on Microsoft. FSLogix. We'll grab that. Got a create a temp directory. Drop that in there. Extract. All right, so right off the bat, we got some templates. Let's grab those and put them domain C Windows System 32 policy. Oh, oops. Policy definitions. Got that. so one part's down. Release. Alright, so we don't need all of these, but we're going to install all of them and see what they have to offer. Whoa. Alright, so profile container, office container, a lot of stuff. There's all my coffee. Taskbar settings. I don't like seeing any of this. I don't even like seeing the search box. That's me right there. Alright, let's do the editor. Again, you'll see that probably not going to really use any of these, but we'll look at them. Alright, Java rule editor. Main one that we're going to be looking at is this one right here. Close. All right. That was simple. Couple installs. Let's see what else we got. Yep. Boom. So I did grab the latest. Let's go back here. Actions. File. See, I don't need that. Ooh. Not really doing certificates anymore. Alright, this looks good to me. Alright. So we could put all this, or what we can, into Profile Unity, as we did with this last one. We just have the one policy running Profile Unity, and then within that we have the administrative templates running our, what was it? UPM, User Profile Management from Citrix. But here, we'll call this FSLogix. Alright, and we'll edit. Let's see what's in that template. Alright, so here we go. Alright, VHD compact disk, Chrome recycle bin. Why? When enabled, the setting will create redirect for the user's recycle bin container, limited to recycle bin, system drive only. Not configured. Yeah. There must have been an issue where somebody, VIP, however you want to label these people, had some important files in the recycle bin, and now they want you to roam it. We will never roam that. Okay? Never. Clean up invalid sessions. What's that? When enable, cleans out the registry. Hide refers to the user SID. It's not configured. Default is enabled. No, default is enabled, which is not the same as not configured. Okay. Alright, so that might help us out. Cloud cache, cache directory, logging, all good stuff. Containers, like to sort access network, enable, include Office, include OneDrive, OneNote. OneNote, local. Okay. Outlook, personalization, SharePoint. Skype. Does anybody use Skype? Teams data. Okay. Is dynamic. Containers will be dynamically. Okay, that's cool. Dynamic disk. Cache mode. Prevent log on. Reattach. HD location. I think this is where we're going to be working out of. Alright, so let's enable install FX packages. What is this? This setting will read the file from the user's profile. Alright, so probably need to enable that because we will be using calculator, calendar, all these modern apps on the 111 machine. Outlook's not on there. We don't care about that. Redirected type. Path to system file. Okay. Alright, so we probably need to set that up. So let's go to our server. Profiles, new folder, refresh, FSLogix, refresh, and what's the file called? Redirections. Got it. New file, view, hidden items, view, file extensions, rename in XML. Yes. Shut down. So we don't need that. Specifies the network location where the VHDs are stored. Oh, so you can do multiple paths. Okay. We're just using one. Apply. Okay. Roam. Redirect type. It's legacy. Root. Profile type. Profile type. Okay. Alright, so we can do a normal profile. direct access profile. So Citrix has that as well. Read write profile, read only profile, and we could try read write, fall back to read only. Or we'll do a direct access. Prevent login with temp profile. Failure is dynamic. Alright, so we'll do a dynamic one. Auto create will be fully allocated, so we don't want to fully allocate. So this will save us, hopefully, on some space. Delete local profile. Yep, because I'm logging in and out these machines. Clean out notifications. VHD name pattern. New profile, container folder. Let's see. Parent folder path, flip flop. Alright, so we can do volume type HDX, VHD pattern. SID. Specifies the pattern. Greeting. Tempt. Alright, I think we got enough. Roam recycle bin. Alright, let's see if there's any user policies. Nope. Alright, so we got something created. Let's just verify it works. So CMD. Well, we can just reboot. Well, run as administrator. Yes. GP update. Farce. Alright, so we've got some simple settings. That has completed. We got some rules, AD reporting. Change licensing parameters. Is it licensed this now? Might need to look into that. I thought it was free. Alright. Updates, of course. So we don't have anything defined into this. But I think it should still capture everything. let's log in. We'll log in with the same account since the way we have it set up. Should clean that up. Shouldn't it? I don't know. We'll find out. Domain. And there we go. Nice. Right off the bat. So we can probably clean this up. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have to look into it. But we got our direct access disk. And what's in the metadata? Notepad. Sure. Alright, and it's telling us what machine we're logged into. So once we get logged in, we'll look at our profile just to see kind of what it looks like versus what Citrix has been doing. After it takes a few minutes to do its thing. While we're waiting, I still like to look over these policies. Not really caring about the logging, but must have attached to this computer folder must have permission for computer objects. That's your storage provider. User level permissions, okay. Clean out notifications. Delete. What is this? What is this? When enabled, the local will be left on the system app and will also be used again if the same user logs in. Could use that. Prevent, profile type, retouch, reboot. Reboot on. Reboot on any log off. Here, we'll set that. Test that out. Redirect type. Shut down. We don't have a differencing disk. The HD file is placed and used in the root rather than a SID directory. Okay, so if we do that, we just have the file let's try this. And where was the place? Enable, reboot BHD location. Can we do username? Username, that's a Microsoft thing, right? Let's do a GP update. So if I log off, it should reboot. So let's try that. Sign out. Did I set that? I'm iffy if it's going to work on this one. Because we just did a GP update. We'll see. It's restarting. Look at that. So that can have some nice benefits. Having issues with your non-persistent VMs not rebooting on their own. Bam, there you go. All right, let's try this again. It might create me a new profile, which I kind of want it to do. And it is. There we go. So username, percent, I can get rid of this SID. All right, and I can have it a little bit more streamlined. All right, so it's looking cleaner. Again, that's setting all back up. No big deal. And let's go back to something that we are kind of familiar with. Profile containers, profile type. All right, let's do fallback to read. That's kind of what the default with Citrix is. And all right, let's set the path. Enable. Oops. Username. Support variables, username, domain, SID, OS build, pack, profile version, client name. Let's try 2. That looks right. All right, let's go back to PowerShell. GP update. This is a good way to trial out and test and prove out if this solution will work for you. There are a ton of settings within here. The redirect we need to test but the rest of it would kind of match what you're trying to do in your environment. And I have yet to look at the profile to see that, so we need to look at that too. All right, so let's log back in. And now we should have a differencing disk. All right, there we go. All right, so it did not like what I did. This is parent folder path. All right, so we'll leave that as is. All right, so we got to read write profile and need to figure out how to add in here. All right. So let's see. C users local admin. All right, so let's change it back. Logged in with, it looks like a temp account. So we'll disable or not configure. Volume type. Let's go back here. Profile type normal. Let's do a GP update. Yep, we are logged in with the GIMP account. GP update, GIMP account. Temp account. All right, we'll do one more thing. Because, again, you can play around with this. You can read the documentation. Set it up for your environment. Profiles. There's my read-write disk is gone. It's good. It's going to reboot. Add FSLogix exclusions. Local include groups. Create. All right, so there's a basic. Here, oh, there's a copy button right here. All right, so I need to go back here. We'll edit. Leave that as is. I'm gonna log in one more time just to look at the profile. Preparing Windows. I think I'm gonna log in with another temp account. Was there any other changes that we made in here that would affect this? HD dynamic. Excuse me. Yep, I think we're logging in with the temp account. We'll sign out. Not sure what we did, but no big deal. All right, it's rebooting. All right. All right. Almost there. Just waiting. All right, let's look at what we've been wanting to look at. User view, show hidden items. All right, so again, very similar to Citrix. We got a local, then this one. App data. So let's look at the redirects we're putting in. Roaming, Teams. It's got nothing but team stuff in there. It's probably good. It's got team stuff in there. So we'll delete that. There is some documentation for sure on what these numbers and all that stuff outline. But it's not here. But anyhow, I'll post that into the blog, but there's some meaning with these numbers and all kinds of good stuff. But for right now, we are just going to eliminate app data. Temp. App data, local temp. Let's see that. File, save. We're excluding. All right, so looks like a normal folder. Whoa. That was just temp. Let's do another folder. That way we're not confused. Citrix admins, app data, roaming, Adobe. Flash player. Crazy. Alright, so we'll put this down here. Oops. Alright, we got that. Yeah, this definitely should not be doing any live editing. Oops. Users. Alright. Same procedure. Let's update. See if our XML file is working. All right, let's log back in. Let's look at our profile. Look at that, we got some new data here. So we should have two directories. We should have Adobe and local app data temp. And is that what we specified? Adobe local temp. And let's go to our main profile. App data local temp. Let's do a new sure. And let's go back to roaming Adobe. Bam! Let's go back. App data, roaming, bam. So all the trash, I'm using air quotes, that you do not want will get redirected to this local. And when you log off and log back in, or when you just log off in general, these items that are stored here and local underscore whatever profile is stuff you do not want. It will be excluded from the profile, so when you log back in, that directory is clean. But cool. So what does that give us? Well, now you have the ability. So within Citrix, you need to go into either Citrix Profile Management, or you need to go within GPO and set it, or you can set it on the local image. You know, it's not something terrible to manage. You just go and edit it in there. But here, you just put it on a text file. Hope you don't mess up this. Sorry, not text file, XML file. Hopefully you don't mess this up. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to have a bad day. But it's pretty cool. Just a single file on a share. Put in your exclusions. Again, need to get some info on that, but again, I'll post it into the blog. But we just did a basic setup, and it seems to work. So pretty cool. We got the metadata, tells us who's logged in or what machine they're logged into. So as long as I know the user, I can go here, instead of asking the user what machine they're logged into, and when this metadata file is gone, I know that they're not logged in. So nifty info based on what we've seen. So I can tell a few things. If they're logged in, oh, I see this file. Let me click, oh, that's the machine. Okay, I'm going to RDP or whatever you got. Shadow, cool stuff. Let's try one more thing. There's so many features, and we're not going to go through them all. Outlook cache mode, Roam search, or later. Do not use the setting. Do not use this setting. Okay, so we don't want to use that because we are later. Set temp folders, the local path. What is ODFC? Let's look that up. All right, so we got some default exclusions. So that's probably good to keep up to date. Credentials. It's a container, ODFC container is a container type which focuses on storing profile content that is unique to Microsoft Office applications. Okay, so that's good to know. Office activation, Outlook, SharePoint, OneDrive, got it. All right, so let's look at that because that is probably going to be a big thing for some people. So we probably need to put in that share, profiles, server. Oh my goodness. So I can use username. Bless you. Thank you for showing up late. Username. Include OneNote, Office activation, Outlook folder path. All right, so we got two. We got the actual profile, and then we got anything pertaining to pretty much 365, right? That's the way I read it. Is dynamic. Yep. Kind of want to set the same settings. Need to see this alphabetically. Attach, enable. Yep. Include Office activation, OneDrive. So let's do OneDrive. OneDrive is installed. OneNote is not. Oh, OneNote UWP. Teams. I don't think I have Teams set up, but I can install Teams. Number of session VHCs to get. Setting is used when VHX mode is set to 3. Alright, well, we're not doing any type of multi-session stuff. Set 3, this controls number of sessions. Number of session. The setting is used when this controls the number of sessions. Wonder if this is something like backups. Might need to look into that one. Redirect, type. Alright, I believe this is for the refresh user policy. But when if the desire is for the GPU change to be Should be done prior. Okay, might need to look at that. All right, we got a simple HD pattern, name match. Did we set that up? All right, we're not doing anything cloud. VHD location. That's what I'm missing. All right, so we got everything set. Let's try it one last time. All right, PowerShell, terminal. Now we're doing terminal. Okay. EP update, force. All right, log off. Sign out. Again, there's so many settings here. Again, it all depends on what you're using. If Teams is your main communication app, probably set that. Skype, SharePoint, Outlook, more likely you'll use Outlook. Office activation. Roam search. Cool. So that's good to know. We got 2 containers, one for profile, one for Microsoft apps. What is this cloud stuff? Cloud cache. Let's look that up too. FSLogix MS. Cloud cache. Cloud cache overview. Alright, cloud cache storage farm based in the water edge. So that creates a container. Remote source fire. FSLogix is a storage provider. It says cloud cache, but I don't think there's anything cloud about it. Your storage farm base. Only one provider is used when the data is hydrated from storage provider. Performance. High availability. High availability with cloud cache containers. Preferred. Oh, now this has got the cloud in there. Azure files, okay. You can list directs, okay. I think this is the one we just looked at. SMB, provider, connection string, server share. Maybe it is in the cloud. Makes sense because it's called cloud. Keep seeing Azure. Verify your cloud cache profile container. There's nothing really that sticks out. You get the, it says cloud, but prerequisites, successful deployment of virtual desktop or Azure. Okay. There we go. So cloud, probably more to do with AVD. Yep. There we go. All making sense now. Prereqs. Alright, so if we go back and log in, let's log in. Let's go back and see if we got any new VHDs. I don't know why I keep clicking on that. It's just going to throw up an error message. Alright, so there we go. We got our second profile disk. So it has to use VHD. Can't set it to VHDX within what we saw in the settings. No big deal. Alright, and if we go to disk management, you should see 2 disk. Yep, 365. Profile. Anything changed within here? Nope. Same old, same old. Alright, so now we got a 365 disk and then we got a profile disk. Alright, cloud. From the more we read, we won't be using that. We don't have any of that set up. So basically, we won't use this. So logging, FSLogix, compact disk, cleanup, invalid sessions, in here. Now that we're curious, or at least I am, let's set up 2 locations. Alright, so what do you need to set up 2 locations? You need a semicolon and we're we're going to set this up as HA. Apply, okay. Let's do the same thing over here. HD locations, semicolon, apply, okay. Alright, let's do this one more time, and then we'll call it a day. So much you can do. Alright, GP update. So we messed around with some settings, so we got a way to eliminate trash that we don't want in the profile. We got a container for our Microsoft applications, which is good. We got a profile container. All kinds of stuff we can do. Restart. And I probably need to create that. I'm pretty sure it will create it for us, but we'll go ahead and create it. Properties. Oh, where did I put it? Profiles HA. Put it in the wrong place. No, that was the right place. New folder. High availability. There we go. What is our permissions on that? Everyone should be good to go. Alright, let's log in. Alright, we're logging in. Alright, so we got multiple locations. I'm not sure if location 1 goes down, it goes to 2. That'd be something to dig into. Very similar, or could be very similar to store replication with Citrix, but that'd be something to test. I'm not spinning up those servers, but you can test it and see how it works out for you. Alright, let's go to disk. Should still have the 2 disk. Yep. Let's go back. HA. Multiple locations. So we got it set. What did I put in? Server profiles. Let's just check that out. Sign out. Let's try it one more time. I need to read this again. Multiple locations. Yep. Semicolon. Is that a semicolon? That is a semicolon. And VHD locations. Got a semicolon. Yep. other types can we use? I need to go to this naming. What naming can we use? Volume type, nope. Client name, can we do that? User domain, let's do SID. Location. Maybe it has to be on a different server? I wouldn't think so. If it does, maybe we'll bring this up and just test it out. Interest has been piqued. Alright, let's log in. HA. Nope. Alright, so let's bring you up. Let's put you over here. Let's go back. Alright, so what's up? Was it AUC learn along CTX? Yep, there's our store replication. Alright, let's try that out. Username. And apply, okay. Apply, okay. Let's try it again. GP update. And sign out. Oh my gosh. It's hard to see. White on white. So server. Yep. Alright, let's log in. Get it pointed at two different locations. Alright, so that one's attached, that one's attached. Why? Why is it not working? Single locations? Multiple locations. Is there another setting that I'm missing? Wait time. Specifies network location. Single location, multiple locations. Yep, I got the semicolon. Well, I don't know. Something tied to it. Maybe for this direct access profile type, maybe we need to set that to read write. I don't know. Profile type. Settings. It still doesn't make sense. Oh well. Last try. Alright, sign us out. VHD locations. Pretty sure that don't matter. Let's restart one more time. Well, this video is turning to be pretty in-depth. Nothing bad about that. Learning a lot as we click along. That's what I need. I need a click along. Mirror local OST to VHD. Outlook personalizations. I think a lot of this would help you out with some of this, all these settings, versus having to manage everything within that one file. Profile containers, delete, redirect type. All right, let's log in. Come on. Create these extra disk. I don't think it's going to do it. We got the read write, but it did not create our extra disk over here. Why? Man, this is terrible. Sign out. This is bugging me. Why won't you create these extra disks? HD locations. So you can do multiple locations too. Just why are you not working? Is it a permission issue? I don't think it is. Profile, security. Ooh, permissions are different. Add, select everyone, full control. Okay. Security. New folder. Property. This folder only. Property. Security. Alright, let's try one more time. Maybe it was permissions. Can I delete this one? Why can't I go into that? 1124. Alright, let's log in. Alright, so it created that folder. Probably wasn't wise to edit those permissions like that. But let's see. DFS, let's log into here. Gotcha! You messed up. Alright, so sign out. Yes. Why is it access denied? I don't have permissions. That's dumb. Can I rename it? Nope, I can't do anything. Well, property, security. Alright, so let's try our other account, and it should work. I believe it was a permission issue. Security. change. I don't have nothing. Mess myself up. Well, I guess I could sign out. Change user. Administrator. That's great. Good to know. Man, really do not have permission to this. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, we'll try this other user. Citrix user should accomplish the same thing. CTX profile, Citrix user. All right, it's welcoming. All right, there's our VHD. Yep. All good stuff. You gonna create it on the second one? Something simple we're missing. But anyhow, it's the only setting we couldn't get working. Be something to look into. Maybe I had my permissions wrong, but I mean, cool stuff. A lot of cool things. Again, with FSLogix, but again, support. Last I remember, you have to stay up to date. Otherwise, you do not fall under support. So if you call into a case with Microsoft having issues with FSLogix, you need to update. And then when you update, you need to probably look at all the changes that they have made within here. Prereqs, release notes. All right, so teams, new teams. I mean, they put in their own default exclusions, so things to be weary of. Fixes. Fix. A lot of fixes. And then we haven't even dug into the other components that we installed. But let's see. Let's go to program files before we head out. Is it program files? Nope. FSLogix apps. Configuration tool. Citrix admin. Well, I know that. Maybe if I run as a different user. Yes. All right, so you got a configuration tool. All right, so some default stuff to look for when troubleshooting or setting it up. Dynamic location. Import, export settings. Okay. So that's cool. So you get a configuration tool. What is this one? same thing. Let's look at this one. Order is a different user. Citrix admin. Citrix admin. Yes. Great. Oh, now we're getting into it. There's the rule editor. Oh my goodness. Why you keep scrolling up? A lot of tools in here. So let's look into this. This is how you can troubleshoot and do a few other things. Alright, so there's this tray. Alright, user profile, load. Yep. Probably need to launch this while logged in with the admin account, but we're running this as Citrix admin. Again, while we're logged in as a different user. But it's got a lot of cool info in here. Troubleshooting info, logs, run this with the correct account. Here, can I exit? Can I run this as a standard user? Yes, I can. All right, 30 gigs. All right, that's cool. Again, got logs, configuration tool. Cannot read registry because it probably don't have access. Profile. Oh, a lot of info in here. Not doing any printers. Let's look at this rule editor. File, new. Test. Blank rules. All right, domain users. New rule. Redirect rule. Oh man, this is minimum license. Need to look up licensing for FSLogix. Maybe only this part is licensed. I'm not sure. But you can create your rules and save them out. Looks like permissions. And let's look at this one. Java rule editor. Citrix admin. File. Let's do the same thing. Let's find a application. Alright, this is all Java though. It's got URLs. There are websites that use Java. I guess based on the URL or application type, you can set a Java version. So maybe one application has a need for Java 8.121, and then another application you use, whatever else. That's what I'm assuming. Let me look at this rule editor one more time. Open new test 2. Let's look at these rule sets. Let's see, we got, oh, I created that one. Let's look at Edge. Hiding rule directory. Manage assignments. Add a new rule. Redirect rule. Oh man, this seems like a lot. Apply. Oh. Let's try this with an admin account then. While it's rebooting, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up because it doesn't seem to be working for us. Apply, okay. Apply, okay. Let's log in. What did I log in as? Exactly. All right, this time we'll log in with an admin account. And I need to disable caching of last login to not make that happen again. Admin. I just want to see these rules and see what they can do. and that way we'll call it kaputs on the FSLogix. Won't ever have to go back to it again. Unless they do some crazy updated release. I don't even know how long we're in this video. 2-hour video, FSLogix. Bam! Alright, so let's go back. C, program files, FSLogix, apps, rule editor, open. Alright, let's do new. Test. We'll do edge. Alright, applies to everyone. What the hell? Yes. Alright, well, it removed edge. Do you want to remove this item? Alright, so basically we have removed edge. Okay, can I get it back? Alright, apply, okay. And we got it back. Wow. Yeah, let's do new. Test 2. So we can create our own. OneDrive. What is here? Oh, these are installed apps. Okay, that's making sense now. So if we install some more apps, we can create rules based on that. Let's do that. Let's go to box. And I think Citrix has very similar stuff, but we haven't messed with it. No biggie. Installers. There we go. VLC. Citrix admin. We'll just copy it down to ctemp. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Copy, copy. C. We'll just put it up here. Yes. English. Next, next, next. Install. No. Alright, well, it just takes you to the document page. So maybe I just send that. Containers. Training. They got their own training. application rule sets. Create these, save them. All right. Test hiding your rules. Create assignments. Deploy a rule set. Ah, I see. So once you create one, you can put it on the base image, copy it to here. Once the files are copied to this location, so you can create a GPO and do a file copy if you got a large non-persistent desktop setup or persistent. Either way, that gives us all the info we need right here. So put it on your base image or just copy it out. All right, rule sets should be copied to virtual machine, copy files. And once the files are copied to this location. Yep, and it looks like it doesn't even need to be. You can just copy it there anytime and it works automatically. That's the way I'm reading it. All right, so there we go. Let's use that. Use case. Let's pretend these are big apps. Edge, VLC. All right, so I got one group who doesn't need Edge. Let's do new. We'll do test 2. All right, program. There we go. VLC. Scan, okay. Right, and we can manage assignments. Applies to everyone. Well, we want this rule to apply. Yes. Can add more in here if we wanted to, but we're not going to. And then we can test. All right, and where'd it go? It's gone. VLC. Can I open it? No. I can't. What file location was that? Let's see. Hide. Copy. All right, all right, so it's not applied anymore. We can edit. We can hide, redirect, app container VHC rule, redirect. Where could you redirect it? Object name, redirect, destination. Okay. Disk file. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. All we're testing out is the hide. I'm not sure about this other stuff. I would really have to dig into that training. But right now it's set to hide. So our use case, users who do not need VLC, again, you can create this. If you got a little too many apps on your image, or you got license apps, apply that, bam. It's pretty cool. Licensing report. Need to look into licensing. I need to see what is actually licensed from FSLogix. Minimum license time. So we'll see if it's licensed. But that's pretty cool. Let's remove it. Manage assignments. Licensing. Rename. apply different people. It's applied, unapplied. Open. I want to edit it. You just have to create new ones. Test 3. You can do your own programs, so you can browse. So we saw that. See Windows apps, Microsoft. See program data, Microsoft, Windows. Let's look at that. What's in the start menu? Startup, accessibility. Nope. Nope. PowerShell. Nope. Nope. Trying to find where the Apex programs are. See users, public, desktop. All right, well, I can drag this out much longer, but I think need to stop. Way too long, but some cool stuff that I need to look up if it's free still, because this licensing thing is throwing me off. Huh. But anyhow, cool things. I'll say anyhow about 5 more times, but this could be something that meets your needs with profile management or using profile containers, along with doing some app rules to where you can hide or manage these applications on your image or on your devices using these app rules. And as we saw, once you create them, you can save the files and then deploy out via group policy. So cool stuff. Anyhow, hope you learned something. I know I did. All right.